Good morning, everybody. Welcome to pre-market update. You can see last Friday we had a perfect tag of red line, red sell line. You can see S&P 500 also had a perfect tag to the dot and then went to the green line. Multiple bounces on the green line. There was a lot of money to be made on last Friday. You can see, and here also Nasdaq. You can see same thing here after touching red line multiple times. It touches green line, bounce, touch, bounce, touch, bounce, touch, bounce. And look what we did on Friday. This is TQQQ, and I was messaging in my private Discord group. I entered TQQ at around 2:15 end of day, and I showed the price around 82.93. And look where it is right now, 2.6% higher. Already it's at right now 84.85. Then again I entered multiple times. I entered again around 11:36 a.m. TQQQ around 83.57, and then you can see 84.09. Again profits here as well. And day before that, what I did, I bought UCO, which is 2x oil, crude oil. You can see this is crude oil, and this was UCO. If you can type here, this is 2x crude oil commodity. So you can see here, I put a screenshot of this. This was Thursday. I bought at touch of green line 27.07, and I got out on Friday open around 27.492% profit. You can see easy trades, and I shared this live. I even bought National Bank, and I got out on little profit here as well, but it was not a lot, but it was still a profit. So you can see I'm sharing all the trades I'm taking live as I'm taking, and that's very beneficial because all you need to do is if you want to make a lot of money, just copy my trades. Just keep an eye on my channel, and then that's it. That's all. Buy what I buy, and you will be very profitable. And I share also these. You can see these levels with all my members. You can see here futures buy sell zone. I was sharing. You can see this morning also I shared. You can see 2:38 p.m. I shared on Friday, and then around 12:34 p.m. you can see how it's going. You can mark as soon as it's coming to the red lines, you know it's the time to buy. You don't even have to wait for my trades. You can see this was near sell zone, and it was near sell zone, how it was going above there, and then it crashed. Okay, and that's what we get. And we have a members chat area where people can ask me questions, and you can see a lot of money to be made there as well. And if you want to know more about this, you can click the join button in the description of this video. Let me know your user ID and I will add you to members only group. And if you want to be just a free member, I share free levels on Bitcoin. You can see buy and sell levels. You can see here, this is for free. You can just join this Discord, and I share screenshots, and you can see here Bitcoin, how Bitcoin was here around 96,000, and then it started pumping. You can see from 96 to it went to 100,000. Okay, so easily 4% profit, just as an example. And there's also a public chat group. All right, so let's go back to our here. You can see S&P 500 is going to the sell zone, and you can see all indices are doing the same thing. Russell also, this is Dow Jones also going to the sell zone, and this is Russell also going from buy zone to the sell zone. So it's all going good. Bitcoin also, you can see multiple tags of the buy zone, bounce here, now going towards sell zone. You can see multiple tags here, again came to the buy zone, sell zone. Easy, a lot of money to be made on Bitcoin, to be honest, with this indicator I made. Anyhow, let's go to now a long-term chart and see how things are going. This is US 500. RSI is in the middle. If you're a bull, it could go to 63.97 all the way, and if you're a bear, it could go touch 55.24 right now. Okay, so it's either it's going from where we are right now to above 5.5% or going down around 8.78%. So we'll see when this levels are hit. Both are a possibility, okay, to touch that level. Let's go to daily chart now. Cycle analysis, looking for, you can see we are now some kind of trend it's developing here. It's a new trend line, looks like, right? You can see lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Is it going to be getting rejected and go low, or this is the bottom forming and then we're going to go higher from here finally? And let's see, we don't know. There was a tariff war talk here. We went down again, tariff talk here, and again on Friday, Trump talked about tariffs, and then market sold out. But that was a good opportunity because it closed on nice support here, and that's why I bought. And you can see MES now bouncing nicely from there. Okay, so very nice bounce. I'll be looking to get out as soon as I can, as soon as market open. But again, this is SPX. There's still a possibility we could still go lower around this week. This week is the low, 13th of Feb. So we are trying to make a bottom and then starting to go higher again. That's what I think will happen. Same thing on Nasdaq. You can see it was a nice opportunity to buy on this green line, and this is Nasdaq futures bouncing nicely. Now already up 0.85%. Nice bounce happening here as we are talking. This is Dow Jones also trying to bounce, and this is the Russell also. Well, it went deeper and now trying to bounce. And DIA ETF, which is proxy to Dow Jones, and also you can see it's also up 0.56%, and IWM also up 0.62%. There's also a gap. Just keep that in mind. You can take a screenshot of these gaps to get filled, but I don't know, top one they would fill first or bottom one, but we keep an eye because that could act as a support. Okay. Bitcoin again did not come to this yellow box, but we got actually a 9 counts buy signal. Actually, very I didn't realize yesterday on Sunday. So we could be Bitcoin might be now getting ready for another pump to 125k. Who knows? Ethereum also getting a 9 counts buy signal, probably getting ready for a bounce. So we'll see how it comes. BTC futures have no gap. So again going higher, and Ethereum also trying to recover. Massive gap down here, so looking for a nice pump. If for some reason we come back to this green yellow box around 90k, look to buy. Else I think it's getting ready for a nice bounce from here. We'll see how things shape up. US oil also trying everything it can to bounce, make a U-turn, but it's in front of massive resistance. A lot of resistance here. You can see multiple moving averages are coming here to trying to act as a resistance. Let's see if it can break out. There is a gap around 79.83, which is from where it is right now about 11% away. So there is money to be made. We just gotta be patient. CNQ was weak. You can see entire market was weak actually. So just trying to hold here. Let's see if it can finally bounce. CNQ also same thing here. Suncor was pretty strong after earnings day before yesterday. Now trying to go above this white line, still a little bit struggling. XLE was flat, so that's not bad, but now again trying to bounce here. So let's move on. Toronto Stock Exchange was not that bad because it's made of gold and commodities, and gold was very healthy on Friday, so it's holding, and you can see it's holding above all moving averages, so looking high, nice here. Hang Seng Index also going higher. There was a gap here, it's filled, which if you watch a video on Friday, there was a gap here. Yellow line is filled, it's going higher now. It's going to be by the dip now. Bond market ZB1 now came back to backtest this lines, red and yellow lines, which is 50 moving average and 50 simple moving average, and EMA. And TLT also you can see holding here, could be getting ready for a bounce to fill some of these gaps to the top. So we'll see. And natural gas, this gap is still not filled, so could again fill this gap around 3.46 and then could come back down to fill this bottom gap. We don't know. We'll see how it goes. But good news, it's above all moving averages. Gold is extremely bullish, getting a 9 count sell signal as we are talking. Usually when we get a 9 counts, we get like a flat consolidation, or we get a little bit of dip. So we'll see which way we go. Just remember there's a big gap here. They could try to fill that. Silver just holding above all moving average, consolidating. Probably gonna wait and see whatever gold does. Copper, you can see massive bounce. You can see I was telling everybody copper is gonna catch up eventually, and now it's just catching up to gold. Sugar also trying right shoulder building, now getting ready for a massive bounce. Wheat also by the dip. Above all blue lines. This is what we were waiting for. As long as it's above blue lines, it's good to buy. Corn again by the dip, massive bounce. Dollar again bouncing. Every time it comes back to this green box, it bounces, and now it's all getting ready for a bounce. Gold miners just with gold is just going higher, unbelievable. So nothing much there. Apple was down 2.4% and now up 0.7%, still in front of multiple resistance. They could try to fill this gap around 223, so just keep that in mind, and then eventually they will fill this top gap. So it's just about time. Meta just keep going higher. Netflix, same thing. Amazon, after earnings, a little lower, 4%, but did not do much damage to the chart. Google looks very interesting. This earnings gap, oh, this was not earnings. There is this big gap here, I don't know when they're gonna fill, but this looked like they wanted to come and try to come fill this gap. So we'll see if they want to come really back down to 177 to fill this gap entirely. That will be very healthy. If not, then they can try to fill this top gap and then come back later. So we'll see how it comes. Microsoft was also down, but again, this is a nice area of support here. If you draw a box, this whole area connect as a nice support here. So they're just trying to bounce from here. NVDA also, after touching 200 moving average, blue lines trying to go higher. Looks like they want to fill this gap, which happened a couple of weeks ago after this DeepSeek news. Um, AVGO just in the middle, not much, and Tesla down little. This is a nice support here. It's coming down now around 320, 333, 340, or 350. Here. This is a nice area of support, multiple gaps here. Probably I think it can hold here. If it breaks, then this is a big gap here on 260 as well. What else is here? MicroStrategy also just trying to hold. This 270 gap looks very, very possible. I don't know what news could it be to fill that gap. Time will tell. We'll keep an eye on that. UNH also just holding at the bottom here, multiple gaps possible. So we'll see. It's gonna take time all these stocks to go higher, but that's about it. And VIX is trying to bounce. Friday did not do much. Now consolidating. If S&P 500 goes low, there are a couple of gaps here in 14 and 13. If not, it is a big gap around 27. So we know that this gap will fill. We just don't know when, and just keep an eye on. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hopefully, this is helpful, and hit the like button on your way out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.